Oh, what's up guys, welcome back to a new video on East Coast Manga. So today, as you can tell by the title and the thumbnail, this is a absolutely crazy manga haul. Now, this is not something unfamiliar to the channel. If you've seen some of my other manga hauls, I've gotten some crazy good deals. This one, to some people, is definitely going to be my best deal. I know to a lot of people my Bleach deal is considered my best one, and I don't know, I mean, if you're a fan of Dark Horse, and if you're a fan of a certain #1 series, then I don't know, you might like this one even better. So if you're a returning subscriber, we're going to get into the haul in just a second. We're actually going to bring this over to the table, and if you watch some of my other videos, you know when we go over to the table, it's usually a pretty big haul. And for those of you who are new, I mentioned earlier that I do a lot of videos like this because I like to pick up secondhand manga for the best deals I possibly can. So if you're interested in watching those, subscribe and let me know down in the comments what you think of this one. And yes, this video is not clickbait. I 100% got this for exactly $100. Facebook Marketplace, you guys need to stay on top of that if you're looking for stuff like this. And yeah, let's get right into the video. Alrighty guys, so we're at the infamous table, and we're gonna get right into the series right now. So the first series we are, and like I said, this was all bought for $100. In terms of value, I think this would probably be the best value I've gotten, although I really haven't calculated how much I would get if I were to sell everything I got in the Bleach haul. But honestly, you guys can also leave your opinions down in the comments of what you think is the better haul. But so the first series we have is Berserk. Now, if you followed me on Instagram, you would already have seen this haul, or at least parts of this haul. So if you're not following me on Instagram, you definitely are missing out. This was shown, by the time this video goes up, probably like two and a half weeks earlier. But yeah, so we have Berserk to start off, and we do not only just have 1 through 5, we have, so this is 1 through 22 so far. Sorry if there's a glare, not much I can really do about that. And here's the rest. 1 through 35 of Berserk. This alone, for $100, is completely worth picking up, and I would have absolutely scooped this in a second, but we're not done yet. And I'm not going to go through every single volume of Berserk. That's just crazy. There's 35 volumes. Most of you guys are very well versed and well familiar with this. I have not actually read this yet, so this is awesome. I plan on picking this up in the deluxe edition, but now that I have all the singles, I can't argue. This is also, I believe, the older version of the singles with the DMP. Yeah, DMP Digital Manga Publishing. Let's see. There we go. So all the spines are like perfect. Manga is also in absolutely excellent condition. He did have all his manga on a shelf, and then like basically put it all in bins and hadn't touched it for like 2 years. Obviously, he didn't realize how much this manga was worth. But he knew that he was giving it to someone who really enjoys manga. Like, we talked for probably, I don't know, 15-20 minutes after I grabbed this stuff. Next up, we have Gantz, Volume 1. And you guys ready for this? This is actually the only Gantz cover. I wish I had more Gantz. This would have been awesome if it was the entire Gantz series. That is like $1,500 worth of Gantz that I do not own, unfortunately. But what I do have is Drifters, Volume 1 and 3. So I did already own Volume 1, but I did not own Volume 3. So this is awesome. This is also, I think, in a little better condition than my other Drifters Volume 1. Obviously this one has a little issue right there, but that's fine. No complaints. This was probably like the worst condition out of any of the manga I got. Also, I don't know if I've showed this before. I think I did a video or something, but this is the artwork for Drifters. It's actually done very well. The first volume, I'm not gonna lie, is confusing, but there is an anime that I think may be a little more popular than the Drifters manga. Also, this is the artwork for Gantz. Both look fantastic. Oh, only Volume 6. For some reason that's not over there. Okay, let's leave that right there. We also have the Japanese edition of Drifters Volume 1, which is really cool, considering how like awesome this manga is, and or just series in general, and how it has like a bunch of historic references. I think this is a really cool series to have the volume 1 of in Japanese. Next we are going to go with Helsing. So we have the complete set of Helsing. So right here, complete set of Helsing, and I don't know, I'm probably not going to go through every single individual copy, but this is a very awesome series. Haven't read it yet, but I've only heard good things. It's also getting a deluxe edition, as well as Berserk. Gantz already has a kind of like omnibus edition. And not only do we have the regular singles of 1 through 10 of Helsing, we also have a hardcover volume 1 of Helsing, which is really, really sick. I think it's a Barnes & Noble's special edition. Yeah, so as you can see in the bottom right there, it says Barnes & Noble's. And I'll show you guys some of the artwork. So here is some of the artwork right here. Hopefully you guys can see that alright. Looks pretty decent. Yeah, it looks pretty decent. I don't know much about the artwork. I know the story's pretty good. And then we have a really sick copy of volume 10, I believe, of Helsing, but it's in Japanese. It also has this super crazy, so it has a dust jacket, but it also has this thing over the dust. It has like a dust jacket for the dust jacket. That doesn't make sense, but I wish I could read Japanese. I have no idea what this stuff says. I don't know if it's a special edition or anything like that. I know Japanese manga, even like, you know, just regular soft covers, come with a dust jacket, but like this right here, I don't know if this is just because it's volume 10 or what, but this little like ribbon thing is definitely new. I definitely have not seen that before. Next series we have is Biomega, volume 1 through 4. So this series right here, I believe it has 6 volumes in total. I'm not 100% sure though. I don't actually know too much about this series, but here's the first one, the second one, third, and the fourth. Just from like the covers and stuff, this looks like an absolutely wild series. So here's the first page, or like second page of the first volume. As I'm flipping through, it's pretty explicit and very art heavy from what I see, but it seems like a really neat manga. I actually flipped a couple pages into the second volume, and I thought it was the first volume, and I'm like, whoa, I cannot show this, just in terms of like the violence, or I don't even know how to explain what I saw. But if you guys know the series, maybe you know what I'm talking about, but definitely not a super YouTube friendly manga, I guess you could say. Next manga we have Blade of the Immortal volume 1. It's just volume 1 of the singles. To be honest, I definitely like this in omnibus form or deluxe edition. I think this is coming out in more than the singles. I don't know, I'm not really feeling these singles. There's nothing explicitly bad about it. I just don't really like this thin, taller version of manga. I think this is also kind of a older model of how they did manga for a little bit. So the last series, which I've already been told a lot of people have not seen this in the singles edition, and this is a pretty popular manga from what I hear. It has ginormous omnibus editions, like physically really, really big. And if you know what I'm talking about, we have Blame, or Blom, whatever you want to call it. I really don't care. Personally, it's spelled like it would be Blame, but who knows. It's I have volume 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, and doubles of 10. No idea why there's doubles of 10. I would much rather volume 1, but yeah. So I am going to have to get volume 1 and volume 4, although that might be an absolute headache, so I don't know what I'm going to do with this series yet. I think it's very cool having the singles, especially with Tokyo Pop. I know they are apparently printing manga right now, but I think maybe they've lost a lot of their old licenses, and whatnot. I don't really know how this all works, but yeah, this is definitely a manga that I am really looking forward to getting into. Even if I have to buy like the first omnibus edition to read volume 1 and volume 4, that's really okay with me. And then the last manga, which kind of goes along with Blame or Blom, is Noise. So apparently this is a pretty hard manga to find, and I am very, very grateful for having this in my collection. There is some yellowing, but like otherwise there's no damage to it. Apparently this is a like one-off from Blame or Blom. I'm not sure if there's any other Noise volumes. I think this is just it. So I'm definitely very, very happy to have this. And I'm also going to go ahead and show you guys all like the covers and stuff for the single editions of Blame or Blom, because I'm sure at least some people would be interested in that. And also while I'm doing that, I'm going to kind of explain how I found this deal and recommendations on finding something like this. So this type of deal I found on Facebook Marketplace, and that is where I find my best deals. But it's not something that you can just automatically go and find. Like, it is something that you kind of have to wait and just check on it like every, you know, maybe not every day unless you really want to, but like every other day or every couple days. It's in my area at least, I get a bunch of stuff put on there, and people are pretty slow to catch up and like try to buy the item real quick, unlike other websites where, you know, like Reddit, something gets posted, it's really good, it'll be gone in seconds. There's also a really neat manga right here. This is some crazy colors. And so I had seen this for $100, and it was in a bin, and I'm like, there's no way this is $100. I checked the description, and in the description you can always tell whether someone's like BSing and they'll have it individually priced, or whether it'll actually say $100 for the lot. And at the bottom, I mean, throughout the whole thing it said it's selling the whole lot, and at the bottom it said $100, so I'm like, alright, gotta hit him up ASAP. And I was afraid it was already gonna be picked up, but like I said, Facebook's pretty slow on Facebook Marketplace, so I wasn't 100% concerned about that. But I messaged him, and I was literally ready to drive out to him immediately. He lived like, I don't know, 30-40 minutes away from me, so not too far at all. So it was 100% worth it. He ended up texting me back, or messaging me back, and he did still have it, so drove right out to him, picked it up. Super, super nice dude. Like 99% chance he's not watching this video, but just in case he is, he was super nice, and we chatted a little bit about just like manga and stuff. He doesn't really read doesn't really read much manga. He knows Berserk's probably never gonna finish, so he's not wasn't planning on keeping it and just holding on to it for that. And yeah, he had already gotten enjoyment out of all this stuff, and he wasn't really touching it at all. He also really does like figures and stuff, so he was putting a little more money into figures than he was into manga anymore. And yeah, I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, leave it down in the comments if you guys think this haul was better than my Bleach haul. I know, like, in terms of like Dark Horse and, you know, matching spines and all this kind of like extra stuff thrown in, and, you know, the Blame singles, this definitely is a lot of series that are on people's like top lists. Whereas the Bleach one was more like shonen stuff, this is more seinen heavy and Dark Horse heavy. So it really is, kind of seems like it's two different types of manga readers. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and you know, this was just a random manga haul. Like I said, you know, if I find stuff like this, I go and pick it up and then I make a video. So subscribe if you want to see more content like this. This is, I keep saying hauls like this are not very common and whatever, but it seems like it is pretty damn common with me. And that's not like me trying to brag or boast or anything, but like, if you do want to see stuff like this, subscribe and you'll see more. I can almost guarantee it. And yeah, that's gonna be it for this video. I will catch you guys later. Peace out.